The Scale Entities command lets you make entities bigger or smaller. It's important to note that the entities must be selected before you choose the Scale command. If you're unsure how to select entities, please watch the relevant videos. Selecting the command displays a dialog box. You can scale entities in two ways, by typing in a specific scale factor or by adjusting the distance between two selected points in the drawing to match a specified length. To scale entities by a specific scale factor, ensure the Direct Entry option is selected and type in the scale factors for the X, Y and Z scales. To enlarge the entities, enter a value greater than 1. To shrink the entities, enter a value less than 1 but greater than 0. Here the entities are to be made 2.5 times bigger. The scale factors don't have to be the same. The Z scale is only used in 3D modelling, so that should be left at 1 when working in 2D. If the number of copies is set to 0, the selected entities themselves will be changed by the scale factors entered. However, if the number of copies is greater than 0, the selected entities will remain unchanged and a copy or copies of them will be created at the appropriate size. Select OK to continue. The prompt now tells you to locate the center of the scale operation. The entities will be scaled away from this point or towards this point, depending if you're enlarging or reducing the entities. For example, by selecting this bottom left-hand corner, the entities are scaled up and to the right, away from the point. To make the entities half their size, you would enter a scale factor of 0.5 for X and Y. Select OK and then select the appropriate point for the center of the scaling. To scale entities by adjusting the distance between two selected points in the drawing to match a specified length, ensure the 2 points and length option is selected. This disables the scale factors but lets you enter a length to control the scaling. Here the length is set to 700, meaning the distance between the 2 points selected on the drawing will be adjusted to be 700 millimeters. Select OK to continue. The prompt now tells you to locate the start of the line that defines the scale factor. So locate a point, for example, this end of the line. The prompt now tells you to locate the end of the line that defines the scale factor. So locate the next point, for example, the other end of this line. The prompt now tells you to locate the center of the scale operation. Here it's this bottom left-hand corner again. Entities are scaled. Click your right mouse button to deselect the entities. The entities have been scaled proportionally, so the distance between the 2 points selected, that is the length of this bottom line here, is now 700 millimeters. This can be confirmed by double-clicking on the line. Its length is shown here. To leave the selected entities unchanged and create a copy or copies at different scales, the number of copies should be set to a value greater than 0. Here there will be 5 copies created, each at a scale 1.2 times larger than the previous one. Select a point for the center of the scaling and the result is as shown. Right click to deselect the entities. That completes this tutorial.